Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at solving systems of linear equations by substitution, which honestly is the best method to do systems. Remember, a system of linear equations, you are looking for that break-even point, the point at which they cross each other, okay? And substitution means plug in, plug in, plug in. This is using an equation, using the algebra, which is easier compared to graphing and compared to this third method we're going to talk about coming up, because it doesn't always work. All right, so our three basic steps when we are substituting linear equations are listed below, so go ahead and add those into your notes. You are going to title this Substitution of Linear Equations, finding the break-even point of systems. Sorry, that needs to say of systems of linear equations. There we go. And then your essential question is, why would you want to use substitution to solve them? Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with our examples. Our first example that we are going to go over, and here's how your book would go over it, is you have two equations. The first thing is to get one to say y equals. So do we have one that says y equals? The answer is yes. We already have one that says y equals. Step 2, okay, substitute in, which means plug in. Plug in, okay? So I do not want to see this in your notes. Don't want to see this in your notes, okay? Go ahead and pause your handwriting. I want you just to pay attention, okay? So we're going to plug in. So we know y is, this word is 2x minus 4. So I'm going to plug in for y, 2x minus 4. So instead of saying y in equation 2, it's now going to say 2x minus 4. So let's go ahead and rewrite. Substitute in. This is still step number 2. Okay, 7x minus 2. And instead of saying y, we're going to say 2x minus 4 equals 5. Okay, now we're going to plug in and solve. What are we going to solve for? We're going to solve for x here. So at the very end of this, we're going to say x equals. All right, so 7x minus 2 times 4x is, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, and then negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. All right. Parentheses gone. Combine like terms. We have like terms right here. 7 minus 4 is 3. X is still there. Okay. Undo addition or subtraction. Take away 8. Take away 8. All right. 3x equals 5 minus 8, negative 3. Okay. Divide by 3. Divide by 3, x equals negative 1. Case. Plug in and solve. Now step 3. Plug in and solve. Okay, we're going to plug this one back in. We're going to plug this one back in, and we're going to solve again. So we're going to plug in for y equals 2x minus 4, and we're going to plug in for 7x minus 2y equals 5. We're going to plug in and solve. We're going to check our work now. So we got x equals. We got x equals negative 1. Now let's find out what y is. So 2 times negative 1 minus 4. Negative 2 minus 4. Negative 6. Let's see if we did our work right. If we did our work right, we'll get the same answer here. Okay. 7 times negative 1. Minus 2y equals 5. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. Now we're going to add 7 to both sides. Add 7. Negative 2y equals 5 plus 7 is 12. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. Y equals negative 6. And we did it. The point at which these two lines cross on our graph is -1, -6. So here's the line that we are going to see. Sorry, I got a new tablet and it's acting crazy. Here's the point which these lines are going to cross. Okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the examples I would like you to include in your notes. And let's talk about formatting this like I did last week. Okay. 1 second, let me pause. Okay, we talked about formatting this on our paper. Here's how I want you guys' paper to look like. And I did this last Friday as well when we were going over this. So here's going to be step 1, here's going to be step 2, here's going to be step 3, and here's going to be your answer. Okay. Step 1, solve one of them for y. So in example 1, we already have both of them equaling y. So we're good to go to move on to step 2. Okay. Step 2, plug in. Plug in. Okay. We're going to start off with the fact that y is equal to y. Okay. So 2x plus 3 equals 5x. I didn't make up numbers. I grabbed and set them equal to each other. Okay, this y and that y. All right, plug in and solve. Okay, combine like terms. I'm going to take away 2x. I'm going to take away 2x. 3 equals 3x, divide by 3, and x equals 1. Okay, done with step 2. Step 3, plug in and solve. Okay, we're going to plug into both equations to make sure we got our answer right. I'm not making up equations. I'm grabbing from the original up here, grabbing from that original. Okay, so we're going to plug in. I know x is 1. I'm going to plug in x is 1. So 2 times 1 plus 3. 5 times 1. Hopefully we get both of them to be 5, and I did this right. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, last thing, the answer is 1, 5. Done. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and erase my board. And let's go on to example 2. Again, setting this up into that 4 quadrants, if that helps you guys. Okay. Step 1. Get y equals. We already have one that says y equals. Done. So, done because this one already says y equals. Step 2, plug in and solve. Okay, so we're plugging in the fact that it's y is 1/2 x minus 5. We're going to plug that in here and we're going to solve. Okay, 4x plus 2 times 1/2 x minus 5 equals 0. So I rewrote this. Instead of saying y, I have 1/2 x minus 5. Okay, 4 times 4x plus 2 times 1/2 is 1. 2 times 5, I'm going to leave this as a fraction, an improper one. See if this doesn't help life out. Combine like terms. 5x minus 5/2 equals 0. Add 5/2, add 5/2. 5x equals 5/2. Okay, divide by 5, divide by 5. X equals, so we have 5/2 divided by 5, copy dot flip, copy dot flip 2 over 1 equals 1/2. 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 5 is, just going back and showing you, 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 5 over 10 reduced down to 1/2. Okay, plug in and solve. Done with step 2. Step 3, plug in and solve. Plug and solve. Oops, can't spell. Okay, plug and solve. All right, we're going to plug back into the original. 4 times 2, because x is 2, plus 2y equals 0, and our second equation, y equals 1/2 times 2 minus 5. Second equation right here. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8. Now I'm going to take away 8, 2i equals -8, divide by 2, y equals -4. Let's see what happens here. 1/2 times 2 is 1, 1 minus 5 is -4. Got the same answer, good to go. That's the point on the graph at which those two cross. All right, we're going to head and we're going to just go over step 1 for example 3, okay? Just going to go over step 1 for example 3. And then we are going to move on to that one on your own problem. Okay, so example 3, you want to get variable equals. You want to get variable equals, and we don't, we do have variable equals. I thought that said plus in between. So we're actually done with step 1, and we're going to skip past it now. Skip, and let's go ahead and move on to the on your own. All right. Our on your own, I would like you to solve this one, and I'll help you out with the first step, okay? Step 1, get variable equals, and choose the easy one. This one's going to be the easiest one to get variable equals, because all we have to do is take away 2x on both sides, and we'll have y equals. So y equals 5 minus 2x, and your other one's 3x plus 5, y equals 18. Okay, step 2, plug in. So we're going to plug in the fact that y is 5 minus 2x in for y. Okay, 3x plus 5, 5 minus 2x equals 18. So I rewrote this and plugged that in. All right, you guys go ahead and finish this one. When you're ready to check your work, go ahead and resume your video. Yes, you must use substitution. I should see the algebra. Alrighty, here's what you should have gotten. If you got lost, make sure you go through and check your steps. Now go ahead and answer this essential question and go take that checkpoint. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Sorry about your field trip.